What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to Maverick Postgame. We've got a full show for you today as Mesa football looks to move to 3-0 for the first time since 2018.
And women's volleyball sets the record straight against New Mexico Highlands.
Not to mention another interview with head football coach Tremaine Jackson.
And a confrontational conference opener for women's soccer.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recapped-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Justin Platt.
And I'm Estrella.
Let's get into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again, I'm Estrella.
And I'm Justin Platt. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. Mesa football took another step forward last Saturday after defeating Chadron State 24-17 to move their record to 3-0 this season. CMU was dominant on defense all game long. After surrendering a field goal on their first drive of the game, Mesa's defensive unit locked the Chadron State offense for the majority of the game. CMU's offense got off to a bit of a slower start than usual, scoring their first points of the game off of a 7-yard touchdown pass from QB Karst Hunter to new receiver Lionel McConnell. Then, following a Remington Green sack for the defense, the offense capitalized with a Luquez Ruiz-Diaz 42-yard field goal to put Mesa up 10-3 to end the first half. Mesa then came out in the second half, eager to show fans some of the explosiveness they provided in the first two games of the season. Well, fans certainly did not have to wait long, with freshman running back Avian Thomas running through the Eagle defense for a 50-yard touchdown in the middle of the third quarter. However, following that massive touchdown for Mesa, the Eagles would answer with a touchdown of their own to cut the score down to 17-10. With a little more heat on their seat, Mesa would quickly jump back into action with a 2-yard sweep handoff to wide receiver Dwight Blakey for another Mesa touchdown. With the score resting at 24-10 in the fourth quarter, the defense had to come up with a few key stops, and they certainly were up for the task as cornerback DeMarn Mitchell would intercept the pass from Chadron State quarterback Dalton Holst right around their own 3-yard line to save a potential score. The Eagles would then score again in the fourth quarter, but Mesa's defense would close them out for the rest of the game, leaving the score 24-17 to finish. As a team, Mesa was highly efficient on offense with 327 total yards. 172 of those yards came through the air, with 155 coming on the ground. Mesa had 18 first downs and only had 8 penalties for 69 yards. An area of improvement for the Mavericks offense would be on third down, where they were 3 for 12. The stars of this game were linebacker Remington Green and cornerback DeMarn Mitchell. We mentioned that Green had a sack and Mitchell had an interception, but along with those highlight plays, Mitchell led the team with 13 tackles, 7 of them being solo, and Green followed with 12 tackles of his own. Looking forward, Mesa will go on the road to take on CSU Pueblo next Saturday at 2.
While we are on the topic of football, we sat down with Tremaine Jackson and talked about the big win over Chadron State and yet another Coach's Corner.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Coach's Corner. Once again, I'm joined by Tremaine Jackson, the head football coach here at Colorado Mesa University. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach, and congratulations on your win over Chadron State.
Appreciate it. Look forward to it, man. I'm always glad to be here on Coach's Corner.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you. Just hopping right into the game, talking about the 24-17 victory you guys had. What was the biggest factor in your win?
I thought our kids played extremely hard. I thought they kept fighting, even with the lead changes and the slow start. We just kept fighting. We played extremely hard, and I thought we played better than we had all year. Just we were a little bit more focused.
I completely agree. You guys looked determined and skillfully persistent in your win, especially that defense, which kept coming after the football. What was the biggest person on that defense that made a game-changing play for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was everybody. If you had saw their week of practice last week, players and coaches, everybody was a little bit more focused. Everybody was more determined to prove that they weren't a bad defense, even though we had some struggles the week before. And so I think everybody did a good job of preparing the right way and getting ready to play a good football team.
Well, you guys certainly did that. And now speaking to the offense, your quarterback, Carson Hunter, after winning back-to-back RMAC Offensive Player of the Week awards, he looked great again. Flawless football, no mistakes once again. What have you guys done to try to help him be so precise and accurate in his throws?
Yeah, we just continue to coach him, and he continues to take the coaching, and that's everybody on the offensive unit. Those guys come to work every day. They're exciting to watch. They're exciting to watch prepare, and they just continue to fight and get us in the end zone, and that's what matters.
Well, absolutely. Now looking forward, as you guys try to look for 4-0 against CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves next week, what is the biggest factor that you guys are going to have to work on this week to come out with a win?
Yeah, we're going to have to still figure out who we are. I think it's still a young season for us, and we got to figure out how good we can be to go beat a good football team at home, which we hadn't done since 2009.
Well, best of luck to you guys next week. Be sure to go check them out against CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves in their stadium at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Women's volleyball killed it last Saturday, defending New Mexico Highlands in a 3-set sweep redshirt. Junior offensive hitter Ashton Reese put up a career high in kills with 14, while also hitting at a 57% clip to help Mesa move to 8-3 on the year. Mesa ran through New Mexico Highlands with a score of 25-18 in the first set, 25-11 in the second, and 25-11 again to close out the third. As a team, Mavericks were incredible, collecting 44 kills to NMHUS 23. They only committed 12 errors and hit at a 34% clip as a team. CMU dominated in the point stretch, outscoring New Mexico Highlands by 19. They also worked better as a team, creating 40 assists to New Mexico Highlands 23. Now 3-1 in the RMAC standing, CMU will prepare for a 4-match stretch on the road beginning Friday, October 1st at MSU Denver.
And defense was the name of the game for CMU's women's soccer team last Sunday in their matchup against Black Hills State. CMU crushed the Yellow Jackets in a score of 2-0. Mesa started off fast, with midfielder Mira Huck scoring a goal in nearly 2 minutes into the game. Then later in the first half, CMU showed some aggression as freshman forward Addie Randall would collide with Yellow Jackets goalkeeper, resulting in an own goal to put Mesa up by 2. Mesa would close the shop for the rest of the game, off of keeping Black Hills State out of the goal for the entire 90-minute period. As a team, Mesa was electric, outshooting the Yellow Jackets 25-3. That, along with their 8 shots on goal, was enough to seal the deal for Mesa. Mesa will look to improve upon their 9 offsides and 7 fouls. However, it is good to learn those types of lessons in a win. Mesa is now 4-1 on the year and will take on CSU Pueblo and UC Colorado Springs next weekend.
Now that we have recapped some of the game, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Brandy McLean of the women's golf team. McLean led the team in their second tournament of the fall at the RJGA shootout with a 1/73 in her first round. McLean opened her round on number 16 with a bogey, but then played 8 straight holes at even par before a birdie on number 9 put her at 1 under with 6 holes to play. A bogey on number 10 and a double on number 11 set her back, but she rebounded with a birdie on a par 3 number 14. The score put her in a tie for the 4th for individual medalist honors. 5 strokes off the lead, the Mavericks are in 14th place in the team race after 34 over 322 after the first round. They are the second highest RMAC team on the team leaderboard and are just 6 strokes behind the top 10. CMU women's golf team next tournament will be Friday, October 8th at Westminster College. Congratulations, Brandy, for your stellar performance. You are our Maverick of the Week. All right, after recapping the game this week, it is time for our closing thoughts.
Well, I'll start off with my closing thoughts for the week. I believe that this Mesa football team is the toughest we've had in a long time. And I mean, I'm talking about brutal grit and heart. I had the pleasure of interviewing Tremaine Jackson last season, and he talked about the type of team he wanted to build, and more importantly, the character of the football team. And what he talked about is bringing guys who are team first into that locker room, who will play for each other and are not afraid to be tested. Well, that's certainly been on display the past few weeks, starting off with New Mexico Highlands, where the defense was having a hard time stopping them in the first half, and the offense had the pedal to the metal, keeping pace before unleashing in the second half. And as a team then, this past week, the offense was off to a slow start, and the defense had to hold it down for them. So it's nice to see them playing for each other. Soon as they got rolling, you could very clearly see the heart of this team. I mean, they're fierce, and I truly believe that it's a huge testament to the coaching staff that Tremaine has put together. The team he's built and the tutelage he's given his players is a huge part of why they're so successful right now.
That's a great point, Justin. It is very easy to see how much of an impact Jackson has made here at Mesa. My closing thoughts is about how good our women's soccer team is. After starting off the season 3-0, they lost last week to Minot State in a close one. It is always interesting to see how the team will respond following a loss, whether or not they will fall apart or they will build off and improve. The Mesa Soccer definitely answered the call with their 2-0 victory over Black Hills State University. Hopefully, they can keep building their way into the playoffs as a champion-ready contender. Well, those are our closing thoughts for the week. Thank you for joining us. I am Estrella.
And I am Justin Platt. We'll catch you next week on an all-new recaps-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, study hard, go to a game or two, and of course, have yourselves a Mesa amazing day.